Alright guys, jumping back into League for Dark Matter and Rename card. Round 5. Looks like we got the Guado Glories versus the Kivilka Beasts, the Ronso Fangs versus the Albed Sykes, and we're going to be taking on the Luca Goers this time around. So we've had a good week so far. We're undefeated so far, and we're just trucking along trying to get the Dark Matter as the #1 prize. I don't know. There's not a lot to it, you know. It's kind of the main struggle right now. Yeah, we'll try to get some techniques as well. It's tough because we're not forcing these techniques to be used. We're kind of just hanging out and seeing if they're used. Yeah, we're really not forcing them, which is good and bad because we could learn them if we forced them, but also we would lose out on experience, and if we never can force them, what's the point? And once we get them, does it matter? It's tough to say. It's kind of like a nice little, you know, kind of in RPG terms, the game and the goal to go to 99, level 99 is the main quest. Getting those techniques, a little bit of a side quest, a little bit of a fun time. Yeah, starting out, we're going to pass to Zazzy Guado. The field is wide open. No one there to stop him. And 40 or 38 shoot is not something Roddy can deal with right now. At least I don't think so. And we're going to go up early 1-0. So that's a commanding start right there. I gave the... So when I record these videos, I listen to piano music and stuff from like Final Fantasy or just Final Fantasy music in general, and I was on this like 9-hour Final Fantasy track, and I just got off it about 6 hours in, giving it a rest. Now we're listening to some Final Fantasy VII Remake soundtrack, specifically Hollow Skies right now. I'm trying to think what point in the game this is. I think it's Sector 5. Like the slums is when you hear this song. That's a good one. I gotta replay the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I played it once through and it was a really good time, but I gotta replay it. I'm honestly not... So a little bit of spoilers, but not really. Once you finish the game... It's like gameplay spoilers, not like a story spoiler, if that makes sense. Once you finish the game, there's like a new game plus you can do, right? Which makes sense. Like, it's a good time, it's a good time. But the new game plus is just you playing with all the things you've already gotten, and then like it's a hard difficulty or the normal one, whichever one you choose. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's just better to play through like normal difficulty on a brand new save than it is to like do these specific parts of the game. I don't know. I tried to do like the playthrough again just for the story, and it's, I don't know. The fights add a lot to the story, if that makes sense. Like the struggle of the fights, like it kind of doesn't feel good. Like when you have this like really like difficult scenario and they're like freaking out and they're like, oh my gosh, like what are we gonna do? And then you hit the boss, and then they're like. Then the cutscene afterwards is them like barely escaping, and you're like, but I hit him. Like it almost, I don't know, it almost subtracts from the game. Maybe it's a little bit nitpicky, because obviously like the developers, they can't plan for that. Like there's not a lot of like planning for, you know, oh well, what if they're overpowered? You know, there's not anything to do about that. But I prefer to just start a new save because of it. Like it's a lot better, it seems. Yeah, I've got to do that. I've thought about doing some of the mini games in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. There's a box mini game that we could try to play some and record. I don't know. I haven't delved too deep into it. It's not too fun, honestly. It's like okay. If you get one complaint about the game, one of it is they tried to expand it too much. In terms of like the things you have to do is kind of fetch questy. So I think that was, the box game was one of those things people were probably complaining about. They're like, why am I breaking boxes? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you know, Isn't there like some grave threat that I'm supposed to be doing rather than breaking these boxes? Yeah, it's a little bit out of place, but it's a good time. I do like how they introduced the some of the summons in the game. I think that was really cool. Anyways, looks like Wedge leveled up, level 46 now. Duran level 47, so yeah, it's a decent level up there. Looks like we're not going to get anyone leveled up, but we did get a bit of experience, and that's, you know, the first step to leveling up is getting experience. Now let's jump into the second half here. Looks like we got very similar techniques here. We'll do volley shot there. I mean, those are... The thing is, Gira, Zazie, and Nav are all a high enough level to learn all these techniques. But if I put, like, Auto Guado on Wedge, and then he actually does the volley shot, and Auto Guado can't learn it, it could ruin it for everyone else trying to learn it. So we tend to not add some of our more questionable players to these techniques. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought they got the ball, so I was like, I looked at my phone, and then it was me. This is great gameplay. Fantastic gameplay from me right here. That's all good. All right, we're going to push up with Zazie Guado here. We might encounter Durant, but I'm not too worried about that. Because, well, now this looks a lot less impressive. I was going to say, because we're going to pass a Gira Guado, but now, like... I was like, now there's an actual risk we lose the ball. That wasn't part of the plan. That wasn't part of the plan at all. So Zazie or Gira Guado gets the pass. This is tough. I don't know what to do here. I guess it doesn't matter. I could have just shot it because I believe they have high risk on their goalies. So, you know, high risk is basically you're going to lose the game anyways. So, like, why not take advantage? Alright, we're going to try to abuse this tackle slip from Zazie Guado. It should go well, right? Or terrible. I don't know. It's really either one. Okay, it goes well. We'll take that. Arguably, I could have just shot it and not worried anyways. But yeah, it looks like we're going to go up 3-0. Gira Guado is definitely our top scorer right now, but because of the amount of, like, basically with how much we're dominating the top scorer position, I don't really care who makes it. Like, I'm not worried about Brother overtaking us. He's made like 3 goals and we made 12. Like, there's not really a scenario where anyone comes at us and wins, because over time we'll just be gradually getting more and more goals in. That's going to increase both Zazie and Gira Guado's top scorer position. But looking here, it looks like we got Zazie Guado free again, and we're gonna, you know, get our 4th goal of the game. Not too bad. Alright, well, Grave gonna encounter Zazie Guado. Zazie Guado really doesn't have a lot to say about those encounters. He just gets dominated whenever he gets encountered there, because it's just, his attack is so low. I mean, his block is okay, but they pretty much always have my forwards tackle through. I think the AI is dumb, but it's not dumb enough to not let us tackle through. Like, that's the level of dumb. It's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't, like, go against 30 blocking. We should just go against 8 attack. And then everything's good. Alright, well, 31 shoot against, you know, maybe like 16 catch. It's not rocket science to figure out who wins that interaction. And we're going to go up to 5-0. All right. Well, we do have the weather tackle here. We should come out ahead with about minute 15 left. We might be able to get another goal, but it's kind of tough to say. It really depends on our second interaction. With us encountering Valgerda here and passing Gear Guado and Spinball, I feel like it's going to be close. But I don't know. Can we make another goal? I'm gonna say no. Not with super goalie as well. Like it's possible, but it's very unlikely. I mean, arguably we could just tackle through with Guado, Venom Shot, and then call it a day. But actually, no, I don't think we have Venom Shot on Guado anymore. We removed that, which makes a lot of sense. And Grave going right side is not giving us any favors here. And that's gonna end it. They're gonna Venom Pass here to Wedge, which will complete, of course. We'll probably even get an encounter out of this, but final score will be 6-0. There's just no way that Wedge actually does anything. Oh, he doesn't even get an encounter. So quite a bit of experience for Roddy, level 42 now. I kind of wish you could see their stats, but it doesn't let us do that, unfortunately. A lot of experience for us, and just 4 experience away for another level up for Guado, so not bad at all. And we'll be seeing that next game. Looks like Nimruk's contract with the Albed Sykes expired. Will the Albed Sykes be a relevant team? Find out right now. Okay, they will be. Okay, 38 games with the Albed Sykes. Quite a long time. He's really staying on that team. Looks like that's the only contract expiring. Guado Glories were able to take down the Kilika Beasts. Ronso Fangs and Albed Sykes tying up the game. And, you know, making the most goals out of everything. We made more goals in this game than either team made between the teams. So this is, I mean, yeah, 6 goals and a domination of the Luca Goers. And like I said, a domination of the scoring leaders chart of the top scorers. It's kind of brutal. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And when you come back, we'll be playing more Blitzball. Till next time.